All right, here we go. Let me get moving here. Alright. Caster Jack. Where the fuck is Castro? I don't know. I think he's playing to cast later, but I saw this one on the schedule and I was like, hell yeah. I gotta root for my boys, PPP to win. I need them to beat IQ for me. Hashtag unbiased caster. What is up with your team names? You're right, those do not look correct. Hold on a second. Oh, I put it in the wrong box for this one, that's why. There we go. Okay, that should look correct now. Don't know why IQ is so far off to the side, though. Can I move that, maybe? There we go. I don't know why it was so far off to the side. Yeah, I didn't even notice. I'm glad you said something. I appreciate when people in chat say something when something's wrong on the stream, because I can't see it until I look at my phone and notice. So I appreciate when you all complain, mostly. Okay. Double ADC ban. Whoa! They locked on their picks like instantly. What the hell is that? The live overlays, so the fearless picks are hidden if you want them. I'll probably get them from you eventually, but I'm very lazy, so it might take a while. PPP steals the Seraphine, so they can't do the Ashe Seraphine combo for IQ. You might actually have them already. Yeah, probably. I think I do, actually, but, yeah, I think they're in here somewhere. I think this is it. Or I think it's this... It's this back... No. I don't remember exactly what it is, but... Sorry about that. Someone came in and started talking to me. You threw 22? Yeah, okay. I think I have them in... I think I have them in the... have them in OBS somewhere, but I don't remember exactly how they work. So... Is it the background? No, it's not the background. Okay. Is it? I don't know. I swear I thought I had it at some point. Also, I could have sworn that these blockers on the side we're separate things on here, but if they are, I can't find them. So I don't know. Just use your brains. Remember what people played. You got it. I'm sure you can handle it. Who is messaging me? Oh, it's Mr. Commissioner. Yep. For the games you watch live. Yeah. No, I will do that at some point, but not right now. I don't have the brain power. Just reset. Yeah, no, I saw. I don't know. I'm a little tired. I don't have the brain power to figure that out right now. Maybe later when I'll look at it, but right now I will be unprofessional. We should probably talk about this draft a little bit, huh? Early Malphite pick lock-in for PPP. I guess it is a flex pick, although I think it would be very weird to put Pyro in a Malphite jungle. So I assume it will be for Muffin Man. The Pantheon for Eric. No surprise there. He's doing great on that. And Cho'Gath to go against the Malphite. Probably one of the better choices in top lane. Tanky and AP. Jarvan always a solid pick in Beer Leg, I feel like, although I don't know how much I want to jump in on this team necessarily. And then Galio, again, kind of going in on the anti-dive. And then final pick for PvP is going to be Yone, so they're kind of committing to going in. I do like Yone against Galio in a vacuum, but as a team, I don't know how much I like it. We'll see. We will see. Someone saying power rankings. Does someone post some? I don't know. It's okay. I would get mad at power rankings, but power rankings don't mean anything. I posted one of the production content. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, this was from a bit ago. This is from before you beat us, right? Yeah. Yes, I remember this. It's fine. Honestly, I kind of prefer I think I kind of prefer us kind of being a little underestimated going into playoffs. I think that's better than being the top dog, because then everyone's gunning for you. So I remember reading this when it came out, and I laughed when PPP, the note comment just says Pyro in. That's pretty funny. We'll see if Pyroan can will his team to victory here against IQ. I do know that, obviously I do think IQ is a better team, but I also know that IQ can be a bit of tilty boys when things are going well. So who knows, maybe they're vulnerable right now. I mean, we've seen a good amount of upsets so far this season, and there's a reason they play the game still. Don't ban Graves, please. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Mr. GNM. We saw your OP.UG and we're like, no, sorry. They should ban TDX from playoffs. I mean, they kind of did. Question for Stout League players. How are y'all always getting 2-0s versus 0-2'd? All our games go to 3? At the very beginning of the season, it was really bad. I think we were the only team in week 1 to have a series go to 3 games, and I kind of got mad about it in the captain chat, but then teams started stepping it up a little bit and splitting games. I think the answer to that question, honestly, is that I think better teams, like at the higher level, better teams are just more consistently putting away games they should win. Whereas, in the light league, I think it's a bit more the outcomes are a bit more random, I feel like. Variance, yeah. We have seen a lot more 3-game series in recent, as the season went on in Stout compared to the beginning. Beginning, there were hardly any, but as the season went on, we got more and more 3-game series. So that's good. I prefer that. We did have one season. We did have, was it week 7? Every single game, every single series was 2-0, which is kind of a bummer. But I think week 10 as well. Even I know we started having problems with the. I think we started having problems with the API at that point. Random components like Slam, yeah. I think there's just more variance. It's why, like, if you're like a Masters player, winning an Emerald genuinely feels harder than winning in Masters sometimes, because like there's just so much randomness when you're playing in like below your elo, but not so far below that you just shit stomp the game. We just have better mental on light league so we don't roll over for getting stomped in game 1. That's true. That's probably the reason. Yeah, I definitely do think we have some. We do have some more tilters in Stout League for sure. We even had one team rage quit after losing game 1. I can't believe anyone would do that, but we're just not as good as the light league. Just don't have the mental fortitude that those players have. My team has been proposing losing game 2 on purpose to get red side back for game 3. I mean, why not just win game 2 in that scenario? But mean, it's an interesting theory. I'll give you that. Because then you went on blue side. I feel like the blue versus red is even more pronounced on. I mean, maybe I haven't looked, but I feel like it's very pronounced on red side on in Stout League. I don't know how it is in Light League, but IQ is weirdly good on blue. That's because Rihi is the best top laner in the game at just stonewalling opponents that should beat him. Like, for example, this game, obviously Muffin Man should shit on Rihi top lane, but call it a hunch, I feel like Rihi's going to hold his own. Well, hopefully the game actually loads. B1 singed. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Yeah. No, the real teams that confuse me are the ones that pick red side and then don't last pick top. Those are the ones that are strange to me. I've seen that happen a few times this season. You know, hopefully the game will load. I assume they paused. That's usually the reason this happens. There we go. Fun to do the unexpected. Well, like when we played BN early in the season, they won coin toss. They picked red first, and then they picked, instead of saving the last pick for top, they picked Singe third, and then Bernie picked Teemo, and that was GG. So, what about flexing a top lane? That part is true. Yeah, I think some teams have started to do that, where they'll pick a top jungle flex earlier in the draft, and then either keep it or switch to something else, or keep it in top or switch to something else with the last pick. I think that's a smart way to do it. But hard picking a top laner before last pick on red side, definitely would not recommend. Okay, let's go ahead and look around here. Oh my god, that Cho'Gath damage. In terms of runes here, everything looks pretty normal. Aftershock Galley is a little bit interesting, but against Yone is probably a good idea. Better to R5 jungle or mid? Depends on what kind of junglers your top laner plays. If you're playing something like, you know, obviously we have Bernie on our team, right? And Bernie has a lot of really nasty both counter picks and champions that really want to know what their lane opponent is before they pick it. So in that sense, I definitely think the value of last pick top goes way up. But if you're just gonna play like Shen top anyway, yeah, maybe don't last pick it. So I've seen some teams. Is Muffin Man running Mana Flow? He is, yeah. Yep. Yes, he is. I'm seeing some Doran's Bow enjoyers from both the Jinx and the Yone this game. The key to play in Light League is to play Mal's. I have noticed a bit more Malzahar in the Light League, yeah. I do think this new item, starting item, is interesting. I really like on Yasuo. Just that extra attack speed early on, get your Q cooldown lower, is really noticeable. As long as you're not like level 1 all-inning, I really like it. As far as who else uses it, I would guess champs with range advantage that can harass a lot without getting hit back. Like, I could see Caitlyn using Dorn's bow really well. Or like Ashe, same thing. You just run them down. Plus, they're buffing it next patch, I think. I think they're buffing the AD by 2, if I remember correctly. No. I don't like playing Malzahar in Stout League or in High Elo because they always have, whenever I play Malzahar, they employ this really bullshit strategy called bringing 2 people. And I can't ult them both, so I lose. So... Plus, I think that better players are a lot better at pressuring how dog shit Malzahar's early lane is. Oh. Gonna go for the early gank here in the top lane. A Muffin Man's gonna go down. A little late on the flash, and that will be first blood going to the Cho'Gath. Bit of an all-in coming in here. Miracle. Okay, yeah. Set up. Sorry, I'm a little sleepy. I want to make sure I saw that kind of thing, because that looked very strange to me. Okay, so... Oh, she walked into her own traps. That's why it doesn't CC her. Yeah, you can tell how fucking tired I am right now. Oh my god. Why didn't Jinx get CC by her own chompers? Somebody in chat, please explain. We're going to go for a dive here in the bot lane. Ashe still has both sums, though. But does not use either one at a time. Is going to go down. Okay, maybe it was trying to bait the dive with barrier, but not quite enough. And ends up going down, and then should be able to get Rom here as well. Well played. PPP. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Malphite's going to get chomped by Cho'Gath. Hate to see it. Okay, nice play by PPP. Tough one here for Muffin Man. Yeah, that's a tough assignment. It looks like he's building armor early too, so that's just not gonna. It's not gonna get any easier. Whoa! Very early flash there by Biscuit Boy, but it was probably the right call. He probably would have gotten flash stunned by Panthan if he didn't do that. So good job, Biscuit Boy. Realizing how much danger he was in. Crest can't play this game anyway due to 5v5 comp. I mean, we'll see. We will see. They do have a lot of tools to protect her, or to keep the ADC clean, so we'll see what happens. Okay, a bit of a fight break out here in the top lane. Pyron's going to go in. Not going to be enough to get Eric 29? No, and then Galliol's going to come in. And Malphite's going to go down as well, and Biscuit Boy's here to try to help, but a little too far away, can't get in, he's going to have to just back off. It's tough. It's tough. I might throw your kills, but at least I'm throwing my weight around. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I play support on the rare instances I'm forced to play it by Riot Games. And it's like, all right, we're gonna play super aggressive and hope we might int, we might not int, but either way, we're gonna make bot lane exciting. I'm not gonna just play safe like a bitch. I ain't that guy. Okay, come here in the top lane. And Muffin Man, is he gonna go down? He does. He does get munched. And does Pyroan have the damage to finish him off? Ooh. The shield block not coming down in time for Braum, so the Silver Eagle's gonna go through. Now Jinx just has to run, let him go. Okay, and they get away with murder there, quite literally. And they're gonna escape. And then Pyroan gonna go ahead and go for the dive on Cho'Gath, but gonna return the kill. And fighting a Cho'Gath that's ahead is so tough, 1v2, because he's almost guaranteed to kill one of you. So it's like, is it even worth it? That damage is that base damage is so high. Okay, why do I have an ad? Do I not have... Am I not subbed anymore? Hold on. Oh, I'm not. Here we go. All right, Tyler, take a drink. I see no subscription. I don't know why it doesn't show it. I just subbed with Twitch Prime. I don't know why it doesn't say it. Oh, poor Muffin Man. Oh. Yeah. Being any sort of a mobile top laner against Sho when he's ahead, it's just, what do? You get hit by anything, you just get run the fuck down. I don't know what to tell you. I hit subscribe with Prime and it gave it to me. So I don't know why the notice didn't come up. Get mad at Twitch, not me. Oh no, Muffin Man. Oh no. Muffin Man, buddy, you guys are still under your tower at this point. You can't walk up ever. I'm sorry. Sorry you had to find out this way. Your team's doing good though, so you just gotta do damage control up there as best you can. Your bot lane is really ahead and your jungler's doing well, so hang in there. As fed as Cho'Gath is, he can't 100 to 0 tower dive you. Probably. You also might just want to roam and help your team, because clearly staying here with this Cho'Gath is really not doing any favors. And dying here, Pantheon isn't doing any favors here. Nice flash stun here by Pantheon. And Yo needed to preemptively flash that like he did last time. Eric's 1000% gonna go for that with the flash. Ooh, the Seraphine actually cancels the Galio ulti. Okay. Here. Do I have to share? Is that the button? No. I don't know how. I don't know why it didn't work. Whatever. A nice play there by Pyroan. A nice roam by Catalyst Tau. Jinx got that kill, by the way. Naturally. Replay. Alright, fine. Seems to have ulting and yoinking this. Yep, she does. Okay. Fine. I'm definitely taking a nap after this. My god, I feel even more tired than when I started. Ugh. That's okay. We'll get through it. It was a joke. Never tell me to replay as a joke. I'll do it just to spite you. nap, because I suggest you just go to bed. I mean, it's only 6:30 here. It's a little early to probably go to bed for the day. Alright, the fight's breaking out here. Jungle is going to go down to PPP, and now IQ is here, but they're all here, but IQ very split up. Although Jinx is split up 2 away from the team, and they kind of just have to bail because they're so split. Oh! Oh! Manages to land the spear, but the Jarvan W combined with the damage reduction from going through the minion is just enough to survive. It's tough. Point blank, Seraphine ulti here, but Yoni ends and has to go back. After the series, this was going all 5. Oh my god, I hope the series doesn't go 5. They're gonna rule change it to be a 5-game series partway through. Oh, poor Muffin, man. Yeah. That's tough. He does go for the Zeke's Harbinger first, which I like. Or Zeke's Convergence. They keep changing the name of this fucking thing. There's Zeke's Herald, Zeke's Harbinger, now Zeke's Convergence. Riot, figure it out. But I do like that, having more ultimate haste. Some boots are probably helpful, though, so he doesn't get run down so easily by the Cho'Gath. Muffin Man, buddy, go do something else, buddy. There's no reason for you to be here. Like, literally, like, just just leave. You're getting nothing by being here. Go gank mid or something. Ooh, nice engage here on Eric. This little ambush. They're going to go ahead and be able to dodge the Galio ulti, then Jake's going to go ahead and skillfully get another kill on Eric. And now, are they going to have the damage to finish off Galio as well? No, I don't think they will. Yeah, Yon doesn't quite have Bork yet, although he will once he backs. Big plays with these Jinx ults. And yeah, this is kind of what I'm saying here. With Muffin Man, when you're in this position where you just got absolutely destroyed in lane, it doesn't matter why it happened, right? Maybe you had a terrible matchup, maybe you got camped, maybe you're just got player gapped. The point is that you're so far behind that right now your job is to be as annoying as possible. And there are 2 main ways to do that. The first way is to shove lane until someone comes to stop you and then leave so that someone always has to match you. That's the first way. The second way is to just leave lane and go annoy their team. Ooh, nice proto belt. And go annoy their team until their top laner stops freezing. You gotta do something. Just sitting here getting denied doesn't do anything. Forever doesn't do anything, right? Although baiting in the Cho'Gath there was pretty effective. But yeah. Yeah, there are right and wrong things to do when you're way behind on top. You know, like I want to see him just grab a Bomby Cinder and just start AFK pushing waves. And then group with his team when his ult's up. That's what I want to see him doing. Because even top laners that are way behind can still be really fucking annoying for the enemy team. Okay. Bit of a fight breaking out here. Pyroan in deep, but he is very strong. Kind of needs to buy some time for his team to show up, and now Yone's here. Yone holding his ulti, which is smart. Now he's going to go for it, I think, right? Yep, now he is. Unfortunately, he's going to whiff, but I'm not sure it's going to matter. He's going to get his Q3 here. Ooh, right through the Pantheon stun onto the Ashe. Double kill, triple kill for the Yone. And this is what, meanwhile, Cho'Gath on the back, having a grand old time. And he doesn't have ulti, so they could probably take him here if that doesn't happen. Now they definitely can't take him. I was gonna say that's what they need to get plays away while Cho'Gath is not around with Jarvan and Yone. That's what they need to do to win this game if you're PPP. But yeah, the giving the kill back, not ideal. Triple kill. Mom, get the camera? I think that's what he says, right? Mom, get the camera? Oh, baby, a triple? Something like that. That's a really old meme at this point. And that is a good example of oh, hold on. When you know, they say a big got loaded. In League of Legends, you always treat the bush like there's a pet Cho'Gath in there. Unless you know he's not there. You know, that's gonna be tough for them to deal with. Tough, tough, tough. It is Garen. Yep. I mean, same idea. Any big beefy champion that could just run you the fuck down if you walk into them when they're in the bush. Yeah. Same idea. In terms of gold, it's very close. We got 600 gold lead here for IQ, obviously all in the top lane, 5k gold lead for the Cho'Gath, but deficits basically everywhere else. So right now, it's for PvP, it's all about mitigating the impact of the Cho'Gath as much as possible. Oh, engage coming in. Biscuit Boy having a really hard time moving, but the reach around Seraphine ulti here, I actually like the play, although I don't know how Yone ended up taking the tower there, and that's not good, but he ends up getting out in time. Now Eric is here, and they're trying to walk out and not die to the oh, turning back on the Pantheon, I like it. Yeah, he's full health and you guys are low, but I think the 3 of you can take him down. They do end up going down, but they take Pantheon with them. And yeah, the Jinx ult does come over, but a little bit too late. No, well, still a successful play. Interesting. Oh no, Buffa, man, you max W first? I guess an AP champ? Oh no. Oh, buddy. You got a max Q, my friend, so you can run away. Tough. No, it's okay. His team's still in a solid position. ADC obviously way ahead. Always a good recipe for success, especially when you got a jungler making a lot of plays. Might be down again. Don't pass the ulti away, but it's gonna be too little too late. Yep. Tough. Oh, and then if you're in the top lane, ooh, well played here by Biscuit Boy, and that stalls enough time for Jarvan to get here. He still ends up going down, but they should win the fight. Although no, now Promise here as well. But now Jinx is finally here, and she's going to go ahead and start pressing buttons. Jarvan going in again. He's very tanky. He can afford to go super hard here. And it becomes, ooh, the nice Seraphine ulti through the Jarvan to reach through the backline, but unfortunately, Eric's going to get away.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
I do like that PPP is finding ways to make plays, even though obviously playing around the Cho'Gath, but I feel like they're losing objectives every time they do it. So I feel like they're kind of on a time limit here. Cho'Gath has gone and upgraded to a Medjai's. He's figured he's gonna start kill maxing here, plus the randoms as well. I really like the randoms buy here early against the Yone and the Jinx. That will make him much tankier to these team fights once he shows up. Pretty slow dragon so far this game. We're only coming up on dragon number 3 here at 24 minutes or so. Cho'Gath TPing behind. Did they see it? Jarvan kind of going in, but now he's going to get CC trained here, and he's taking a lot of damage. He needs to get out of here. He's going to go ahead and ulti and then try to EQ out? Question mark. Nice 3-man ulti by Malphite, followed up by the Yone ulti, but they're in the middle of the Cho'Gath, which is not really where you want to be. Seraphine ulti's going to come in, and now Galio's going to come in, and they're going to go ahead and get Braum, but then Pantheon dies on the back to the PPP backline. So far, it's working out for PPP, but we still got a full health Cho'Gath to try to deal with. He doesn't have ulti, so just have to be a little careful, and you should be okay against him. Malphite Man carrying a huge Malphite ulti. It looked like Pyroan was cooked there, but he played it well to stall long enough for Malphite to come in there and get the 3-man ulti and follow up into the Yone ulti afterwards. So, I'm not sure I like going for this dragon here, though, because Cho'Gath's going to have ulti here soon. He gets okay, he does have ulti right now. Goes ahead and munches the Yone early to get him to back off, which is probably the right call, because he definitely would have died if he didn't do that. Okay. Dragon coming in here for PPP. Okay. And so far, PPP making the formula work. You know, don't fight into the Cho'Gath. Isolate Eric in team fights because he tends to go really deep. And then let your big CC boys and Jarvan and Malphite do the work. So, well played to them. Still gonna be a tough one for them to close out, but so far they're hanging in there. Rihi looking for some bush cheese. Oh, Seraphine gonna go ahead and run, but she's fine. Is there a way to see? Rihi really should switch to, since he's looking to be a big cheesy boy on Cho'Gath, he really should switch this out to a sweeper at this point. Especially since does he have the trinket thingy too? Yeah, he does. So you could start playing Vision Denial and look for opportunities to ambush people. That'd be really good, but it's easy to forget that during the game, so I don't blame him for not switching. I forget to do it all the time. Definitely need to find a way to get the Cho'Gath into fights here, and now a bit of like engage forward here. Oh, gonna go ult in on Ashe, and then Ashe is gonna flash out, but then Malphite looks gonna come in on Braum, and Braum will go down. Now the fight's gonna break out. Slime's gonna come out from the Jinx, gets nailed by the Ashe, but it doesn't matter. But now Cho'Gath is here, and they find him either just CC him, lock him as a team, and that's exactly what they're doing. No Merc Treads on the Cho'Gath, so the CC is still full effectiveness against him. Now the fight's gonna break out here. Pyron ends up going down, and Galio's here. Oh no! And Malphite ends up going down. Rest in peace to our the GOAT Muffin Man. But in the end, PPP still comes out ahead on the fight. Cho'Gath comes out, that was down. They do take off a bunch of his meta stacks, which is very important. You guys ever have like a cup of water and you drink it and you're like, man, this glass of water is just not very good. That's how I feel about my current glass of water right now. I don't know why it doesn't taste very good. Maybe it's too warm, but it's not good. I'm definitely going to have to go get a new one once this game is over. Was Ambessa banned? I wasn't paying attention. Let's find out. Yes. There you go. Why can't anyone step up so my liver can heal? Hey, I don't know, man. You're the one that wanted to be a commissioner. There's a reason I've never volunteered for it. I do enough. I don't want more responsibility. It's bad enough being a captain and a caster as it is. Although I might take a break off from captaining next season. We'll see. Oh my! Okay, guys, you're going. You're trying a little too hard. That is a fast Cho'Gath. He's got Captain Caster Commissioner. No, I'm the C I'm gonna try to be next season probably is 80 carry. I think the plan is that Elle and I are gonna go be mercenary for another team, play bot lane. We were the best ranked bot lane in season whatever season it was that we played bot lane together. I don't remember what it was, season 9 maybe? 10? But either way, 2v2 coming out here in the bot lane. Nice. Oh my. And yeah, Yone not able to survive that burst. And he's going to go down here, and once he's down, the damage is down. And rest in peace to that 2v2. Definitely not going to win that one. Not like that. Now the rest of the fight's going to continue. Flash is going to come out by Empirical, but it's not going to be enough. Gets hit by the exhaust from Braum. Yeah, they took a fight they couldn't against the Cho'Gath. You really need your ranged characters there against Cho'Gath to be able to take him down in a reasonable amount of time. And that did not happen there. So, what's up, Trevor? What is Jinx doing? Yeah, no, she needs just not good coordination there by PPP. You definitely don't win that 2v2 there. Not with how big Cho'Gath is. Yone's doesn't have like the full, like all the tank items you would need to be able to tank that. Even then, I don't know how much Death Dance helps against the Cho'Gath ulti that does 1,164 true damage. Sorry, I spoke too soon. 1,266 true damage. Pretty sure they thought Cho was by himself. Yeah, I mean, I would hope so. Although PPP says, you know what, fuck it. It's time for a YOLO Baron, and they're going to rip it. They're going to get it, too. Very decisive call here by PPP. Catching IQ napping. They're going to grab the freebie Baron. Great call. Yeah, you can get away with a lot of Baron calls if you're just really decisive at the right moment, even with the enemy team all up. Okay. I know that Seraphine is a support here, but I genuinely wouldn't mind seeing her go like Aleandri's, just to help a little bit with all these tanks. They got basically 4 tanky champions and an Ashe on IQ, and if she could help with just some burn in teamfight, I think it'd be really helpful. But I know it's hard to afford that on a support's income. So yeah, they need to, if they're gonna fight Cho, they need to fight it so that he can't just DPS check the Yon because the Yon will lose with how much damage Cho'Gath does. A nice catch here on Eric. He's gonna go down. No, he actually manages to survive, and now the Galleon's gonna come in and force him to back off, and then Cho's gonna walk forward and click on the Seraphine. But now the fight's gonna break out, and Jinx is trying her best to get away, but she just can't get away. The peel is just not there, unfortunately, because Seraphine went down early, not able to help. Now the rest of the fight's gonna break out here. He's gonna go ahead and try to buy time with the E, but he is, but nothing to do, and Malphite no ult, he can't really help. Yeah. Yeah, they need to, Caress hitting them with a bit of BM there. Flasher 0-5 Ashe. Yeah, the Ashe doesn't really matter, honestly. They need to, yeah, they need to deal with Cho. If they handle Cho, they can handle everybody else, but going for Ashe is pointless. Your ADC is way stronger than theirs. I've seen enough. Raise Reese cost, true. He's too good at Cho'Gath, clearly. We are getting some banter from the team. PD on Jinx would have been good. Yeah, I mean, if you're getting hit by cold Cho'Gath Q, something is going very wrong. So maybe Jinx just isn't fast enough. She only has the 385 move speed because Renan's only gives, what, like 3%, 4%? Yeah, 4%. Yeah, probably the extra 6% move speed would be really helpful, I think. I think you're right. Bork, Jinx will go crazy. Yeah, maybe that too. Looks like he's going for a GA next item. You should have it here eventually. Those are what I'm going to go with. And Pyro really needs to beef up some more. I assume this is for a Sundered Sky, which is definitely the right call in this scenario. Cho'Gath back up to the 25 stack, so he's got 2 AP items, but he's up to 378 AP. Okay. Only 3rd dragon for each team, so it's not a huge deal if you have to give it here for PPP. Uh-oh, Pyro's in a bad spot here. I think he might be cooked. Oh, he does manage to get the EQ off before he gets stun locked, so that's good. And now Malphite's gonna break out 3-man ulti, but now Pantheon's gonna go ahead and ulti in, and he's just trying to buy time for his team. And by time he will, but now he's gonna go down, and you need to kite the hell out of here. No, stop getting closer to them. Oh my god, no! And that's probably going to be game here for IQ. Please, for the love of God, stop getting him melee right off the Cho'Gath. Please. Please, I beg of thee. Could have walked away. Could have walked away. And yeah, I was kind of saying that Leandri's on Seraphine would be really nice, but supports are poor, I get it. And can IQ end here? Maybe if they can land any CC on Yo, I think the game's over. And I'll pretend I didn't hear that. And yep, there he goes. IQ not ending. Now here they go. No, IQ, they like to back and buy Sunfire Cape as the game is ending to pad the stats, but they weren't able to do it this game. And yeah, you know, in the end, Cho started getting into fights. They didn't, PvP couldn't keep them under control. And yeah, I mean, damage starts kind of speak for themselves. Once Cho'Gath finally started getting involved and not getting handled, the game just kind of ends. So that's how it goes. Tough one there for PPP, but I think it was very winnable for them. I think they just kind of did not handle the team fights very well once Cho'Gath started grouping. So definitely way too many scenarios of Cho'Gath running towards the backline and reaching them. So, not ideal. To be fair, the Cho'Gath is pretty fast, but you gotta find a way. Gotta find a way. Everybody unsub chatters. True. You guys trying to not kill Seaman Amos here? All right. Teams are going to go ahead and keep sides. Here we go. Well, upside for PPP. Ree cannot play Cho'Gath again, so that's something. All right, I'm gonna go refill my water. I'll be right back. Okay. I see you guys yapping over here. What happened? Muffin can't play Malphite into Cho again? That is true. That is true. GG Zen OP. Yeah, I really don't like IQ getting Zenzao. I think Zenzao fits Eric 29 like a glove. It's a psycho champion that could just keep pressing buttons to go in over and over and over again, and you can press a button when you start getting focused. So I really don't like them letting him get that, but we'll see how they counter it. I bet 3,000 Riot points. That's 8 Zen. Well, I've never seen Eric play 8 Zen before, but how come Eric 29 only plays easy champs? Because Eric 29 is a smart guy. Ease of execution is a big advantage. That's why we should remove pro play. Yeah, rest in peace to everyone whose favorite champion is a pro play staple that gets nerfed because of it. Sejuani and Vine mains, my heart goes out to you. That's going to be Olaf coming in for Rihi. Okay. Against the Teemo, it's just not loading correctly on my screen. Interesting choice. I feel like Teemo's really bad against Olaf, no? At least later on. Early on, it's probably fine. Very interested to see what Biscuit Boy picks here. He's going to go for the Echo. Okay. I can see it. Getting in the playoffs, are they? I would look at the playoff bracket, but a lot of the teams aren't even in there for some reason. I think they see Ott versus Jet and DS versus IQ next week. So, who owns the tiebreaker between the two of them? Did they play? I assume they did at some point. Everyone plays everybody, right? Ott versus DS. Ott won. Okay, so they own the tiebreaker. So they should be good. Do we go based off tiebreakers? Is that the rule, Mr. Commissioners? I actually don't know how playoff seeding works. It's like if teams have the same record, do we decide to seed by tiebreaker? Is that how it works? Or by head-to-head matchup? Sorry. So like if 2 and IQ have the same record at the end of the season, do they get ahead of us because they beat us in the head-to-head? Is that how it works? Same record that goes head-to-head. Okay, that's what I thought. It's game wins before you mean series wins? It's game wins before head-to-head. Really interesting. So you're saying there's a chance? Not a good one, but... I don't want game wins over series because sometimes it's subs filling in for a series. I mean, I don't know. I mean, our 2 losses are to the other 2 best teams, and we hadn't missed our jungler both times. So, whereas IQ has also lost twice, but they lost to lower rated teams with their full roster. So, you know, take from that what you will. Has IQ actually subbed once this entire season? I don't think they have. Yeah, they haven't. They haven't had to sub on a single time this season. Meanwhile, 2 has subbed 4 times. It's about to be 5 times, most likely. Support Timo Leon on top? Sure. Definitely. What happened to your jungle? What happened was the only day our opponent could play was the day our jungler was missing, so fuck us. That's what happened. That is why there has been much discourse about scheduling and fixed league days on the Discord the past couple days. Yes, having to sub our jungler against their 2 toughest matchups of the season was not ideal. He has a case of shitty schedule. Nah. I'm gonna say this honestly. Of the 4 times that we've had to sub, 3 of them were because the other team could only play on like one day where our person was missing. So we played that day, even though we had to sub. So I'm a little salty about that, but meh. Yeah, the only time we've really had to sub where we were the ones that really had to sub was against IQ, when my jungler tells me the day before the game, oh shoot, I can't play tomorrow after all. I forgot I had something I had scheduled weeks ago. Thanks for that one, Nanya, by the way. Are the standings up to date? No, they're not. They're not. At least not completely. Maybe they will be once this series is over. Not 100% on that. I guess they would be, right? Because all the games for this week would be done, so. Yeah. Although, the series, it doesn't account for, the standings don't account for game wins if teams have the same number of series wins, it seems to just put them in a random order. So it still shows us as above BBC, even though we both have 7 series wins and they have more game wins than we do, and they beat us head to head. So it's a little flawed, but whose fault is that? Them for beating us? I don't know. All right. I don't know. There's been some questionable things going on. With scheduling and record keeping. I do like the kill potential for the bot lane of PPP here. I think that's good. Like if you're against a lane like Nami, you just have to kill them. Oh.
Minions have spawned.
Dark Harvest Echo with TP. That's a very scaling build. No Hail of Blades, no Ignite. Teemo with Ignite in the top lane. I think he'll be okay early as long as he doesn't eat a billion axes, but post 6 this matchup could get really ugly. Basically, I think you have to juke. Plus level 6, if Olaf ults, you just have to juke an X. And if you get hit by one, you just have to flash the next X, and then hope it doesn't happen again before your flash comes back. Level 1 cheese here by PPP! Hold on, I don't have the camera zoomed out a little too far, and we're going to go for the... Oh, and Pyro is going to steal it! Oh! Well, the level 1 all in here in the top lane, but fuck that, who cares? Level 1 cheese here by PPP. Gonna go ahead and get him. Smart play by Pyro in there, calling his support over and say, hey, let's go kill him as red buff. Good call. Unfortunately, I have a feeling that... Oh, yeah. Olaf still has flash. Oh, Muffin Man, buddy, you can't be this far up. Oh, Muffin Man, my friend, you can't... Wow. Even with the blind going off in time, the axe coming up again. Poor Muffin Man. Poor Muffin Man. Gank coming on here in the mid lane. Check this out. Benson should be fine. Indeed he will be. Echo 4. How many beers does Muffin Man drink before beer league games? Either too many or not enough. And this is a really rough spot for him to be in because the wave's in a really bad spot. He needs... Oh, you can't do that, my friend. You can't wait. You can't just use Q. You gotta save it. You gotta save it and you gotta duck and weave. And you gotta be aggressive here when you got all these caster minions on your side. Also, you gotta watch out because Eric's coming for you. He's coming for the booty. Oh, Muffin Man. You know what? That's tough. I've actually been doing some top lane coaching recently, just for fun, so not for like money or anything. I should talk to Muffin Man, see if he has any interest in that. So. I think a lot of his issues top lane are very fixable. So with just a little more knowledge and thinking about things and whatnot. So I don't know. I'll message him after the series, see what he thinks. Okay. Teemo, gotta just. You're just too far behind now. Didn't quite have Ignite yet either. Yeah, that's tough. That Olaf Q does so much damage. Meanwhile, over here, I'm not paying any fucking attention. Okay. Another cheesy invade on Zinzao, and they're gonna get him. Okay. Very nice. It's a horror for Eric's support diff. Tough. I think it was only the one play, but yeah. Graves is a scary champion when he has a lead on you, because your options are very limited. Check Muffin Man PayPal. Nah, this is a tough matchup, honestly. Like, honestly, Olaf is probably one of the scariest top laners to win against, because all it takes is really one mistake, and you just get run the fuck down on repeat. So you have to really know what you're doing. So, I'm not gonna flame him. It's a tough matchup, for sure. That's part of why he picked it. Oh, poor man. You want to fight for a guy here in the bot lane. Ooh, gonna go ahead and kite it out, take down Eric, but now the rest of the team's coming. Pyro and Nowhere around, so they're gonna be outnumbered here for a little bit. Oh, poor Muffin Man. Poor Muffin Man. No, I agree. That's why I was talking about. His mental's probably not in the best spot right now, which definitely doesn't help, but... I've also never seen Muffin Man play Teemo, so I have no idea how much he really understands what he should be doing as Teemo. I do notice, I think he's maxing blind first, which is definitely not what you want to be doing. But, yeah. Oh. Pyro needs to be careful. Okay. I think they're okay, though. Eric's only level 4. They can't force this one, I don't think. Not with Olaf being out of mana. Okay. Looks like Graves is still going for the Hubris build. They did nerf that last patch, but not enough to dissuade Pyro in. I do think it's a good idea. I think Pyro kind of needs to pop off. I do think that part of the problem last game is the Jarvan damage kind of falls off as the game goes on, and he wasn't able to, like, carry with damage anymore. And kind of became a problem. And yeah, that is a nice chicken ward for sure. Is indeed a nice ward at the chickens. I don't know why they're called chickens, but it's funny, so I'm down with it. And they're once again making a living here in the IQ jungle. Gonna come out, okay. Oh, Leona's gonna go in, jumping on the grenade. Pyro's gonna flash in. Can he carry this fight though? Looks like he can. Great ulti there by Echo, does a bunch of damage, and now Varus is gonna be here, and Ari's gonna have to jump over the wall. She will escape, but that'll be a 3-for-1 in favor of PPP plus the dragon as well. And yeah, Teemo is kind of at the I don't even get to be under towers portion of the proceedings. And yeah, good. I'm glad that he's not just sitting top. Go catch a wave mid. Go do something useful rather than just sitting there being shit on by Olaf. honestly, when you're losing the lane this badly, the sooner this tower goes down, the better. You do not want this tower to be here because it is when you're this far behind, the tower is a trap. Could rush Hexplate. Yeah, I don't know what to think of a lot of itemization now. They keep changing stuff and making it weird. In terms of overall gold for the game, pretty close. 500 gold lead here for PPP, but you know, pretty much the same story as last game. We'll see if PPP can close it out this time. I do like their comp better this time, overall. I think Pyro on a carry champ like Graves kind of just fits better, I think. I assume this is for static Shiv, right? Like actually this Scuff Slingshot, I think this is what this new Shiv built into now. It's a very weird build path now. Tough. Static Q. Oh, and Pyroan in a really bad spot here. Has to ulti out over the wall to escape. Okay. Leona gonna go in. See, she is. Varus is a bit out of the way. Xin actually gets, or Graves actually gets knocked out by the Xin ulti, which is actually probably good for Graves. Gets him out of danger, and that buys time for Varus to come in, and now they can continue the fight. Echo's gonna go ahead and catch out the Ahri who's trying to rotate to the fight. And Zeri over here trying desperately to not let the wave reach tower, but I think she's running out of time. Ends up dying to the minions. Whew! Yeah, big item spikes here for PvP. Hubris, Static Shiv, Dusk and Dawn. Yep. She did like 200 damage, not bad. Yeah, that is the one part of the more advanced streamer UI that I kind of wish I had. Is the team fight damage chart thingy. I think that's really helpful. I also really wish you could see that in game without having to die. Like if you could just see like instead of naming it like death recap, you could just name it like fight recap or something, and it could come up like in a window in the top left or something. You can click on. Once you're out of combat, I think that'd be really nice. Oh, Muffin Man. Tough. If only there was a way you could have the UI. Yeah, I know. Well, you know, I try not to dwell on impossibilities, you know. I try not to think about it, you know. Direct the camera really wants to watch Bree push this tower for some reason. Oh, engage going here on Eric. And the knockback doesn't actually, the ult doesn't actually knock him back, but he's stalling long enough to get time for the bot lane to go in here, but Zeri doing lots of 0 damage here. No, they're going to find their way in. Ree's going to teleport in with the quest reward. No, he actually just walks. just walks in from base and pops flash and runs him down. That's going to be a one fight there for IQ. PPP going a little too deep with Olaf not accounted for, and he ends up cleaning him up. Oh no. Oh, reheat, but that's so not worth it. Like, yeah, you get him, but I mean, he might actually just, no, he's not tanky yet, and he goes down, baits him into a 750 goal shutdown. Not sure if intentional by Muffin Man, but it worked out. Leona ult coming in on Zinzao. They're gonna blow they're gonna press all their buttons on Zinzao here. He's gonna go down. They're clearly going with the tilt Eric strategy, which is a good strategy if you can make it happen, because Eric is a tilty boy. Bloody game indeed. Yep, lots of kung fu fighting. His mental is strong. Having played a season with Eric29, I can assure you that it is not. I can assure you it is not. Looking to try to bait Olaf here again. All right, Muffin Man, you were born for this. Nope, they're going to see him coming. He's going to have ult here, so he should be fine. He's just going to try to turn, but just for Graves to show up out of the fog. Wow, still ends up almost getting a kill. That's every jungler, to be fair. Not really. For example, I know Trevor, for some reason, he can play horribly for the first 10 minutes of the game and somehow end up popping off. You know, he keeps his, maybe he like tilts a little bit mentally, but like, he keeps his play up and rebounds. But Eric, the misfortune comes, it comes in waves. Because he gets upsetty spaghetti. Yep. Overall gold, about 2,500 here for excuse me, 2,500 here for PPP. Graves up massively, up almost 4,500 gold on Eric, which is kind of what you need. Gonna go in on Zarya. The cleanse is gonna come in, but it's not gonna be enough. They're gonna go down. Oh, ooh. Nice juke by both of the AD carries there on PvP. This looks more like the Pyron I went up against 4 years ago. Yeah, I think Pyron on the jungler, just a carry jungler, just makes... Ouch. Pyron just makes more... On a carry jungler just makes more sense in Beer League, I think. No offense to the rest of PvP, but let's just say that a lot of the team members on PvP are not the most reliable. So having playing a playmaker-centric champion like Jarvan can come back to bite you in the long run, but I think Graves fits more. But yeah, PPP in great shape. Graves is absolutely massive. Graves the kind of champion that can absolutely hard carry a game with damage pretty much by himself. Up to what, 380 already, probably 287, pretty close. I think Empirical both Catalyst are a really good duo bot. I think they handle their business if things are going okay for them. Like if they're not getting like camped or dove or whatever. But like last game, you kind of saw it, right? They kind of started getting caught out by Cho'Gath in team fights, and that's ultimately what sunk them last game, right? So that's kind of what I mean by being less reliable. I think they played laning phase fine. They played it fine last game too. Right now here you got Olaf coming. You just need to burst him as fast as possible. And if you can't, you need to get the hell out of there. They do get him, but they're all going to go down in return here. The entirety of IQ is here. And Echo, unfortunately, not around. No TP, so... Okay, so a bit of a rebound there. Graves not worth a shutdown and all of that, apparently.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Look at that Graves clear speed. My goodness. Sorry, I didn't realize I was locked onto him. Stout playoffs are going to go crazy. I agree. I think this will be a really good playoffs. Honestly, like, of the 8 teams that are currently slated to be in the playoffs, I think the only one that I'm not, that I think really doesn't have a reasonable shot is probably DS. No offense to DS. And I think they're probably not going to end up making the playoffs anyway, so yeah, maybe Ott to a lesser extent, but the top 7 seeds are all really have potential, I think. So I think it'll be a fun playoffs for sure. I don't think there will be any gimmies. For sure. Except for 2, those guys suck. Consider yourself lucky if you play against those bozos. Gonna have a crazy Dark Horse run. I mean, I could see it. I think, personally, Team Reflex is my Dark Horse pick right now for the playoffs. I think they have the players to really compete with anybody, and you know, they're a first-time team, so first-time teams tend to struggle at first. But now that they've gone through a full season together and get into the playoffs, they're probably a lot more in sync than they were before. I think they have multiple really scary players on their team, so Reflex is going to be my Dark Horse pick, I think. I do not want to play them. There is, it's IQ. IQ is the one team that doesn't have a chance. Tough. Tough. My Golden Horses went in Rome. I mean, yeah, you can't ever count out a Trevor team, to be honest. No matter how bad or good they do in the regular season, they're always a threat in the playoffs for sure.
Say hello.
And you know, Pyroan's team in PPP has really struggled at times, but you can't ever really count Pyroan's team out because he's just that good, you know? There's gold here, about 4,500, so sizable lead here for PPP, but not insurmountable. Just need to find a way to get that Olaf into team fights and get him on priority targets. But with both Varus and Graves being strong, that's going to be easier said than done because they both do a lot of burst damage to him. Obviously, Graves Olaf's one big disadvantage is being bursted before he can do his business. So they've got the tools to get it done so far. A nice fight down here at the bot lane. Gonna go ahead and catch out an Ahri, which is not an easy thing to do.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
Teemo gonna have his Leanders here pretty soon, so his shrooms are gonna start chunking. So at the very minimum, he'll have value there. This item is crazy, by the way. This new Shiv. I think this item's gonna get nerfed ASAP. So this item is crazy. But we'll see. UB gonna go ahead and take Dragon here, no problemo. And Pyroan does have Infinity Edge in the base when he decides to go get it.
Here I am.
Eric kind of standing here. He's gonna. Oh no, Teemo's gonna walk right into him. It's tough. Oh no, and then Olaf's gonna TP in as well. Rest in peace, Muffin Man. Yeah. Okay. So they do have the pick here. They're gonna go right for the Baron. I think this is a risky play though. I mean, yeah, you got Teemo, but I don't know how much value that really adds. You still have their 2 Fed carries to deal with. And this is not a very fast Baron. Oh, they're going for it! Oh! And Olaf has to duck and cover to survive, and he ends up going down, ends up tanking both ADCs at once, and now the fight is on! Graves and Leona are going in, and they're all going to get one shot by the Graves with Infinity Edge. And yeah, that's why I didn't like that Baron call. Congrats, you got Teemo. All it did was bait you into a false sense of security. Woo! It's gonna be the fucking Anchorman GIF, the escalated quickly GIF. Well, my goodness. That Graves damage is crazy! 430 AD, his autos do what, like 2,000 damage? IQ's weakness objective? Are you talking about this game specifically, or just in general? I'd say in general, they're weak. Oh. Okay, hold on. This is a full health Ahri. Okay, time to watch the snuff film of this Ahri. Ready?
Startup power activate.
Tough. I would say that IQ's weaknesses as a team is that Eric's playstyle, while is aggressive to the point of being very punishable if you play around it. I would say that their bot lane is not the best, and they are vulnerable, especially being ganked a lot. And I think some of their objective calls are questionable, as we've seen both this series and in the previous series as well. And Graves is Graves hits Zarya with one auto attack. It does like 80% of her HP. Yeah, I think those are the IQ weaknesses. I think Eric is extremely good. Don't get me wrong. But I do think his balls to the wall aggressive playstyle at all times is exploitable. And I think that overall their bot lane is vulnerable if they have a lot of pressure put on them. So I think those are the 2 main weaknesses of their team. And their objective calls are not the best. So their objective calls are questionable.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
That's usually how they've lost their games, either because bot lane just gets destroyed and they lose their bot, or they get objective diffed really hard. We've seen both flavors of that in their 2 losses. Against BN, it was bot, and against Win in Rome, it was half bot. I think game 1 it was bot, and game 2 it was Trevor stealing every objective somehow. Yeah, 13. This very squishy IQ comp is looking kind of rough right now against this burst damage from these 80 carries. My goodness. Whew. Oh my. Going for the very aggressive final item here too for Graves, going for Bloodthirster, not for the GA. He says, fuck safety, I'm gonna be safe by killing them. So, which, I mean, it works as long as it works, but making me, you're spooking me playing like that. All it takes is one big fuck up and this game get turned on its head, but Oh god. Oh god, they're going for it. And he blasts somebody, ends up going down, gets CC trained. Now the rest of the fight's gonna break out. Empirical's gonna go down as well. 2 members of PPP not here. But they're gonna go ahead and grab some towers here, but they're not gonna be able to end. Yeah, they're just playing a little too cute with them outside of their tower while having 2 members not around. Oh! Okay, nice turnaround there by Biscuit Boy to take down the support, because I don't think he was getting out. But that's going to be some big shutdowns going on over 2 IQ, with Dragon coming up as well. So there's your chance for Dragon Soul here. If you're PvP, although maybe he can get here in time. Yeah, I don't think they can rip it right away, so I think they're okay. Yeah, Graves going to go ahead and sell his boots. Going to go ahead and get, I don't know, a Phantom Dancer? Yep, and Phantom Dancer indeed. Guess his 100% crit. Muffin Man, get them Krugs, hell yeah. Here they come, okay, they're going to rip it. Okay, it's taking a little longer to get here than I thought. That will be Dragon number 2 going on over 2 PvP, so no Dragon Soul yet. I do like Muffin Man just hanging out in the area in stealth. I think that's smart. Just waiting in case his team shows up and a fight breaks out. But yeah, your PPP just was too aggressive right outside the tower. Especially, like, this Nami has Shirelia's, right? So if she pops this, her whole team gets 30% move speed for 4 seconds. That is a lot. 4 seconds is a long time for a speed boost, so need to be careful. And PPP's just going to go ahead and push in here. They're going to try to go for the end. This is very aggressive. They don't have Baron minions, so I mean, maybe they're hoping they could get a pick here. Graves has to flash out, and Olaf's going to go down. Kind of baits in the flare, but no, both ADCs for PPP still going, but Empirical taking lots of damage. You need to get in front of that, Leona. Get in front of the Empiris. Good job. Thank you. And then Pyron's going to get charmed here. He's going to end up going down. But I think that's still going to be enough, and that's going to be game 2 going on over 2 PPP. The double Fed ADC comp is able to pull it out. Well played to PPP. Great rebound after a tough game 1. Game 3. Dun dun dun. Bronze scrapes. Okay. Let me go ahead and go ahead and get ready here for draft. Okay. It's been a while since I've gotten to use the Game 3 tab on here. Or at least that I've remembered to use. I've used it, probably just not used it before, but here we go. Can BBC take first? Can they? Is it possible? I mean, I'm counting on Trevor taking you guys out this week, so best of luck to Trevor in that regard. Trevor and Win in Rome, I think they can do it. I think they can do it. I believe in them. Here they go. And PPP keeping their bans for all 3 games. They really don't want to see that Smolder or Caitlyn. The Smolder ban I get. Caitlyn's a little bit weird to me. I think Smolder is probably one of the easier ADCs to play in terms of team fighting, because you kind of just hang back and spit out Qs. You don't really have to worry about autoing off cooldown and spacing as much. I do like the Ornn pick here for PPP. No, he goes for the Mundo. I would have preferred the Ornn, but I think Mundo's fine as well. We'll see what IQ picks in response. Yeah, I think Ornn is a really solid blind pick in top lane, because even his bad matchups aren't that bad. So, Mundo on the other hand, not so much. But I don't. Does Rihi really have any? I was gonna say, does Rihi have any Mundo stompers in his top lane champ pool? But he does play Yone. Oh, but he can't because it was used in game 1. Interesting. They just buffed him? Who? Smolder? Yeah, because of the thingy with Blackfire, with Deathfire Touch. They are changing it next patch so that Deathfire Touch doesn't proc Black Cleaver anymore, or it doesn't proc it like 6 times. So goodbye to that interaction at the very least. But I still think it'll be really good on Smolder, because Smolder's never really had a great keystone option. He's always just kind of gone fleet footwork because you got to go something. But Deathfire Touch definitely makes sense for his playstyle. Being a shooty boy. I do like the Cassiopeia pick is interesting here for IQ. That could be mid or top. I mean, it could be bot too. It'd be weird, but you could do it. They've nerfed Deathfire Touch twice now, but honestly, every time I've used it, I've been underwhelmed. It's just maybe I am using it on the right champs. But like even on Morgana, it doesn't feel that good. Maybe it's just more of a scaling rune, but I've tried it on Hui, I've tried it on a couple times, I've tried it on Morgana, I've just been underwhelmed each time. So, Brand, that I believe. Champions that apply like a persistent spell effect, like Brand or Lilia or something, I totally believe for Deathfire Touch. But a lot of champions I'm a little more skeptical on. You would think it'd be good on any champion that can go like Blackfire Leandres, but I'm not convinced. I just want my Klepto back. Yeah, Kleptomancy was a good time. I enjoyed being a Kale main back then with Kleptomancy. Those were good times. Interesting draft here for IQ. Nefiri, I assume, is jungle. Could be mid lane as well. I believe Benson has played it. And then Nasus could be really any mid, top, or jungle. So it's some interesting flex options here for IQ. Really, Nefiri could be any of the three. Nasus could be any of the three. Ooh, I do like the Zillion, though. Zillion good with both Swain and Twitch for obvious reasons. And then we'll see what jungler Pyroan opts to go for himself here. He did have our Viego at first, which I like the idea of, but we'll see what he ends up going with here. Oh, God. Okay, he ends up settling on the Wukong. That could be good. Could be good. I would have liked to have seen, like, actually not sure. What would I have liked to have seen Pyroan play in this scenario? I think Lilia could have been high value, maybe. I don't know if he plays Lilia, though. Cast bot Nefiri mid. I mean, you might be onto something. I think you might be right. Yeah, I think you're right. Cast bot, Xerath mid. I know Benson is a Xerath enjoyer. So it will be Nasus top versus the Mundo. Wukong Mega here. You like Wukong, really? Interesting. I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't like Wukong on teams that want you to dive into them. And that's kind of what this team is. So I'm not a huge fan of it personally, but you are more of a Wukong enjoyer than I am. So Lilia too much AP. Yeah, I mean, if you want to go at AD champ, I'm trying to think, what kind of AD champ would you go here that would be good? I really don't know. Belveth, maybe? Belveth could have been good. Yeah. Yeah, maybe Wukong is the right call. Maybe Xerath is the right call indeed. Can Zahan still jungle? I feel like Zahan went from like the meta jungler to never being picked jungle ever. Is he bad in jungle now? Yeah, his win rate's still okay in jungle. I don't know why people just completely hopped off of it. It's still a better win rate than fucking top lane. That's wild. I think he's gonna have to be very smart with his W's here, because if he uses W's at a bad time, he can just get withered and then jumped on by Nefiri and then get blasted. So he has to be really smart about when and how he uses that. And I'm gonna take a quick restroom break while they're loading in, and I'll be right back. And then we'll get into game 3. these team fights are going to be wacky. I think they will. I think they will indeed. There's going to be a lot of particle effects going off all over the place. I think it'll be... Is Swain going to be taking off the front line to act and keep his DPS up? Is Twitch going to be able to get off good ultis without getting caught, jumped on? And is Pyron going to be able to do enough damage to be a threat without getting focused back? I think those are the three main things for PPP. As far as when in Rome goes, oh my god, I'm too tired. As far as IQ goes, I think if Cassiopeia gets really strong, this game gets infinitely harder because they have another DPS threat they have to deal with. Because right now their DPS is quite low because they don't have an AD carry. I think that Xerath Poke could also be really spooky if he gets high enough and they just play keep away. I think that's about it, honestly. I think I like PPP's comp better here, but, you know, this is why they play the games. Go.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. Minions have spawned.
Deathfire touch on the Swain. I do think is a good call. They're going to cheese Eric again. They're going for it. The dog's actually going to go ahead and block the cleavers. So that's going to be Eric's flash. Pyroan not done. I don't know how effective this is really going to be, though. Oh my god. All right. Point flip at the game, level 1. Let's do it. Nessus is on his way. Oh, and Eric's going to go down, but so will Pyroan almost certainly, right? No, he's going to survive just barely, but... And now the fight's going to continue. Pyro and Buddy just leave for the love of God. Oh. Was that even intentional? All right, Benson, hold on. Did you actually see him here, or was that literally pure luck? Okay, he had to have seen him, right? Hold on. Sorry, I'm doing the thing again. Did they see him? No, that was just a nice guess by Benson. All right, good job to him. V for vision? Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that was just a good guess. Tyrone could have just left, but alas, he will not. Yeah, smart play there by Benson, realizing that Wukong was probably lurking around with no HP. I thought maybe he saw him, like when he tried to move from bush to bush, just saw him for like a split second, but nope. Just Benson being a smart guy. Muffin Man actually getting to be aggressive early here. This is one of the few matchups that Mundo wins early. What's up, Stony?
Here's something that won't wash off.
Bit of a fight here breaking out. The Apes gotta get isolated, but no defensive summoner there on Cassiopeia, so she ends up taking too much damage. Very well played by Catalyst Tau to flash to get back in there with the exhaust. But now Eric is here. They're gonna go for the flash on Zillion. He's gonna go down, and now Empirical Buddy walk away. Muffin Buddy, get your farm. All the harassing the world doesn't matter if you fall down a bunch of farm. In terms of goal lead, about 300 here. Which for IQ, which is the value of a kill. And they're up 1 kill, so there you go. Early Sheen here for Wukong, so he's already really strong. Definitely can do big damage to anyone he manages to run into here. Gonna look for a gank here in the mid lane. Gonna go ahead and stealth in. Nice W there by Swain. Doesn't land, but that is gonna be enough to get the Xerath flash. Nice low commitment gank there. The G is here. He's a real G. We're gonna get ganked here in the top lane. Rest in peace, Muffin Man. I don't know why on earth he activated Ghost there, but they do get him.
You're looking a little green.
Wukong gonna go ahead and just solo the dragon over here. Pretty fast dragon solo with that Sheen, I suppose. Okay. Direct the camera really wants to watch this bot push for some reason. Oh, Gage is gonna come in here, and Zillion's gonna go down up way too far with no minion cover against a Nautilus. Gonna go down here, and now mid and jungle for PPP are gonna be here, but they're gonna get ulted by Xerath from mid lane. Absolute American sniper Benson here gonna take down Wukong even during his invisibility. He knows him better than he knows himself. But now Biscuit's gonna pop ulti here, and that's gonna be another takedown Nautilus. And he's gonna go for... He's gonna get kited out here, and his ulti's gonna run out. Not gonna get him here. He's gonna have to flash to survive here, most likely. No, Zillion's gonna be able to get him out. And not a tough start here for PPP. Yep, huge play here by Benson. Really completely ruined that play, that 4-man they were looking for. Xerath, low-key, crazy champ. Not gonna lie. His ulti's an insane ability. And yeah, up to 1.5K goal lead here for IQ. Nasus can become God here. Yeah, I do think there's very much a world where Nasus just gets tanky to the point of being unkillable and just runs in and hard carries these team fights for sure. I think PPP has a decent champions against it, especially Zillion. E is a very balanced ability against Juggernauts, but yeah. Twitch doesn't drop a nuke here. You might be right. It's not looking good so far, especially not with Eric getting rolling. A big lead on Wukong already. Oh, 600 gold. Not a massive lead, but a lead. Oh, you're going to get a gank here in the mid lane. Oh, nope, opts not to do it. Xerath gonna go and ult bot again. Didn't see this here. Wow, he's full health. Is he hit by hook? Is that what happens? Yep, he gets hit by hook into the American sniper once again. I mean, that one was pretty easy to land. The hook's not moving. Yeah, I don't know. They're playing way too cute with a Nautilus right there. They need to respect him more for sure. And this is kind of what I meant too. I was like, oh, bit of a fight breaking out here. Iron's gonna go for it, but number gonna flash on the Nefiri, but no way he actually gets this kill. Now Swain and Mundo are both here, but obviously Nasus and Mundo are both here, but obviously Mundo a lot stronger. Or Swain, oh my god, Nasus a lot stronger right now, and now Swain's coming in. Flashes over the wall to survive for a little bit longer, but in the end, Eric just kind of starts cleaning up everybody. And hold on, they actually managed to get... They get Cassiopeia out here just sitting and chilling in lane with half HP. Gets stunned, but that's not going to be enough for him to survive. He's gonna end up going down. Okay.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, I think if they're not pressured too much, I think Empirical and Catalyst Tower are totally fine bot lane. But I think when you're against like a cheese lane like this, or you have mid constantly roaming down and ulting you, or you're getting camped, I think that's where the weaker bot lanes kind of start to show. Is they can't, if they handle themselves fine until they're getting pressured, but then they struggle when they are getting pressured. So, but we'll see. A 3K gold lead here for IQ though, so especially in the jungle. Big lead here for Nefiri. Should have full item. Will the new Voltaic. Interesting, the Voltaic doesn't slow anymore, which is interesting. I feel like that was the whole reason you got it before, was because it slowed. Now it just does current health and gives you lethality. I mean, 15 lethality is a lot. Oh, we're gonna get a gank here in the bot lane. Nice ambush here. And Swain's here as well. It should all go. They should both go down here. The slow's coming in. They should be able to grab them. They do indeed. Not able to reach the other side of the blast point in time. Is going to go down. HP lethality is nuts. I think it's good. I think it's just usually the reason people went the item before was for the fat slow when you auto somebody. But now I think it's still a good item. But it's kind of like this is just like a different version of opportunity. I feel like they removed opportunity and then changed this item to be more like opportunity. So they kind of just removed the Voltaic that we had and made it and had this. But PPP kind of closing the gap here, though. Getting some of those gold leads back, getting some shutdowns. Gonna go and grab Dragon here. Muno doing a little bit of moonwalking there, Michael Jackson style. Biscuit Boy able to juke his way to safety here. Not going to go down to the Zerath ulti quite yet. Eric, pretty deep here. Are they going to go for it? Everyone opts not to. Not with Nautilus right there, but now they're closing in, and Swain's going to go ahead and ulti, and now Twitch is off on the side as well. He's going to open up on Eric, and he's going to go down, but now pops the cleanse, and he's going to be in a 1v1 with the... Oh! Fantastic flash ulti there by Zillion to save the Twitch. And that buys enough time for Pyroan and or for Swain and Wukong on the side to win their fight. So yeah, obviously, Nasus gets top tower, that's expected, but PPP goes what, 3 for 0? That fight, they've closed the gap massively. They got 2 dragons. They're not in a terrible spot here as long as this Nasus doesn't get completely out of control. Muffin buddy, do you have the setup? No, you don't have the setup. Okay. That's fine. Actually, I don't think the setup works if you go. I do like that he has the tenacity and slow resistor, and I think that's really smart. But that's going to delay his Warmogs, although I don't think it would matter at this point anyway. It's not having that extra scaling HP. Alright, cookies. That's an extra, what, 200 something health? Wukong does have his Triforce now, so he's a big boy. Alright. Rewind a little bit earlier because I was seeing weird things. More fuckery in the jungle. Wukong definitely the stronger 1v1 champ here right now, I think, just because of that Triforce. He hits him with a little BM. Calls him rude, which is accurate. Biscuit Boy going to go ahead and land a nice combo here on Xerath, but that's going to be all he's going to get. Not worth popping ulti for that. Fight breaking out here in the river here. Pyron's gonna win the smite fight. Now he's gonna go in. But does the W land on him? I don't think it did, but that's gonna be enough. This Wukong is strong enough. He's gonna be able to secure the kill here. Nice job. And Xerath not able to quite help that time. All right, Muffin Man, time to leave the tower. There you go. Okay. Good. Thank you for casting while half asleep. Only cast while asleep while casting, but no mas. Yeah, I don't think I've ever fallen fully asleep while casting, but I've done plenty of sleep-deprived streams for sure. And Muffin Man's gonna get the cane right there. That's tough. That is tough. And he's going to go ahead and break the inhib tower here, and probably the inhib as well if he wants it. Swain's going to go back and try to stop him, but he's not going to be enough. IQ. Oh my goodness. IQ moving on to the dragon over here. PPP trying to contest, but they are outnumbered here. I think they're just going to have to give this up, which is fine. Nope. They try to contest anyway, and now Swain's here is going to TP in, and IQ does secure the dragon, but now the fight's going to break out, and that's 1 down for IQ, and that's going to be... Ooh, 2 down for IQ, 3 down for IQ. Okay. So they lose the dragon, but they do go 3 for 1, or 3 for 0 in terms of kills. More gold getting up onto the Wukong, kind of accelerating his build a bit. Now he's ahead. Gonna go in here on the Nasus. So, I mean, you have the right champs here if you want to do this. Nasus doesn't have ulti for a few more seconds. They should be able to get him, and they do. And can they go ahead and get Nautilus as well? No. Did Warmars get his passive changed? No, he just doesn't have enough HP for it yet. It's okay. Muffin Man is not a Mundo aficionado. So that would be something him and I would talk about if I do end up coaching him. Because you have to build a very specific way if you're going to rush Warmogs on Mundo. Or else it does not work. This game got a lot better for PPP in the 5 minutes you were gone. It sure did. The game has really turned around. They now have the gold lead. Very small one, but a gold lead nonetheless. Swain is starting to get going, which is extremely important for them. And the 2-item power spike for Twitch as well. So they're in a good spot, I think. Even with the state of top lane as it is. I don't like that Nasus is still going top lane though. You've already gotten all the towers. Go bot. Eric, 2,900 deaths. Ooh. Okay, hold on. What happened here? Did you try to get cute here, Mr. Twitch?
I'm gonna want that back.
Did you not see him? I guess not. Okay then. Tough. Ryla's coming in here for Swain, so now their engage is going to be extra strong. But do they have the combat power to win? We'll see. Wow, they're actually the same level. That's wild. That was weird. What was that? Oh, that was Roa. I'm like, that was Roa giving him an extra level up. I see. You definitely don't win this, Swain. So, as big as you are right now, Nasus is definitely a better 1v1 champ than you. So don't get too cute trying to fight this guy, especially since he's about to have Ghost up. Oh, look here for a gank on the Nasus. It's incoming here. They're going to go ahead and start popping cooldowns. This boy's going to try to kite it out, which is the right call. But is he tanky enough? Oh, nice knock-up here. The Zillion ult comes in just in time to save Swain. And now Eric in a really bad spot here. Eric's going to try to salvage this play by ulting. Doing a lot of damage, but it's enough to actually take anybody down. No, it is not. And that's going to be a triple kill for the Wukong. PPP taking control of this game. Big play. Good job by Mundo throwing his body in there and drawing as much aggro away from his team as possible. That's something you can always do on Mundo. Is you can just go in and be a big health stick for your team. And they have to clear up the other two. That's going to be an ace in favor of PPP. Man, I'm going to say it. Zor's been saying it all season. I'm going to say it now, but IQ looking a little fraudulent in recent weeks. You know, don't want to say that they're a bad team or anything, but you know, maybe the luck really has run out. You know, that's all I'm saying. And that's going to be a caster curse moment and a half here, but Pyroan being extremely greedy trying to grab this. He's going to get it. Should be able to get out here, I think. No, Eric's going to get his ulti back up. Pyroan being very greedy. Yeah, he's stronger, but he's not that much stronger. So he's going to end up going down here. Huge shutdown going over through the Neferi. So Pyroan, and a little greedy for that blue buff. Definitely needed to leave earlier. But, you know, we all make mistakes. I, for one, would never make the mistake of greeting for money and or gold or for XP. Not once have I gotten caught out trying to farm. And that will probably be Dragon number 2 going on over here too. IQ, I think you just have to let it go. Yeah, you just gotta let it go. Maybe you could cheese something here, but yeah, there's no way. I don't like using cooldowns here. And now you're not gonna. Oh, why are you walking up? No! Run to the tower, run! They get away with that incredibly illegal play.
It's me.
I see that Swain is going what I assume is a Leandri's next, which I think is a totally fine item. But I think part of me would like if he went Zanya's next, just so he can frontline better for his team and pop it when he's about to get bursted. But, you know, maybe he doesn't need to. And meanwhile, in the top lane, plays are happening. Wukong's going to sneak his way in and going to go ahead and get a nice little smackaroony on the Xerath here. Xerath wisely choosing not to flash. He has a Zillion ulti, true, but it would be nice to not have to use it on him every time, you know? Ideally, he's the only target you would need a Zillion ulti, and Pyron's going to go ahead and pick up Eric here again. The Bruiser beats the Assassin. Gets him pretty handily, and now fight's going to break out here in the top lane, but this is a very large Swain. Actually kites past the Cassiopeia so that the stun does not hit. And now the fight's going to continue. Cassiopeia's going to go down. Now TP's coming in for Nasus. I don't know if you want this, though. I mean, I guess you got Zillion here. You're probably fine. Just Zillion, whoever's about to die. Okay, and another ace going over to PPP, and I better start seeing pings for this Baron. Go, PPP, go! Fuck this tower. This tower doesn't matter. Go get the Baron. Hey! Hey! Pyro! What are these calls? Yeah, I mean, maybe. You know what? No. Eric was actually up pretty fast. I don't mind it. I don't mind not going for Baron here. That would have been kind of spicy. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. This, however, I'm not a fan of. He's going to go ahead and get caught out here by Eric. He's going to go in. Whew. That heal from the Sundered Sky, but now going to go ahead and do a nice little E-juke into ulti. Oh, but Eric still manages to get him. Just barely, and now another fight's going to break out here, but Swain no ulti here, so I think if you're PvP, you just kite this out. You don't want to fight without the Swain ulti. Another little oopsie doodle there by Wukong, going for the Chempunk Chainsword, going for the lifesteal item. Not just a little bit, but a lot, the full item. I mean, it is a nice stats package, but I guess Cassiope heals a decent bit. Does Neferi heal? Nasus obviously heals a decent bit. Does Neferi heal? A little bit, I guess, on the Q, but I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, PPP, 6K gold lead here. So they're in a great spot. And so far, they've kept the Nasus under control. Every time... Oh, okay. I don't like that you had to use cleanse to get that. You definitely could have done a little backwards. You could save your cleanse, but it is a nice pick still. The fight's going to break out here. Going to go ahead and... Nice Zillion ulti there, denying the Nasus kills. Keeping the fight going. Zillion pick looking really high value this game. I'm guessing it's for Nasus, mostly. Yeah, I would guess so. But I feel like if you're worried about killing Nasus, I'd rather have probably, what, Black Cleaver? Rather than healing reduction. But that's just my personal opinion. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. Mundo, do you finally have that Warmox passive up? You still do not have Warmox passive. Oh, Muffin Man. I do like the Unending Despair. I definitely do think you want to be frontlining for your team as hard as possible, and let your tanky boys carry with the Wukong and the Swain and the Twitch. But you need to get this item turned on, my friend. The Zillion really makes me want to play Zillion mid. Lots of team missed to save. The problem is, A, you can only save one, and B, you can't use it to save yourself. So you have to be smart. Dragon coming up here is going to be third dragon. This will be an Ocean Soul if we get that far, and that would be a huge soul for either of these teams. So I can't save myself. I mean, you can save yourself. There are situations where that's the right call, but if you're regularly having to use your ulti to save yourself on Zillion, you shouldn't pick fucking Zillion. It's like using Janna ulti to peel for yourself, or using Lulu to save yourself. You know, like you want to use it on the carries, not on yourself. Yeah, if you bait the whole enemy team into dying by using it on yourself, then fine, that's good. But IQ making an aggressive Baron call here. They're not. They're being slow about it. Now they're gonna go for it. This might be a little too slow. You see, obviously they know what's up. PPP's on the way. They are getting here a little slow. Swain might have to go in here. Nope, they're going to go ahead and back off. Okay. Swain here is enough to dissuade them from continuing. And can we get a pick here? With Biscuit Boy speed boost on the Swain. He's going to zoom his way in there. He's going to land the combo. Land the CC combo on Cassiopeia. She's going to go down. And now Nas is going to get caught as well. Zillion ulti coming out on the Twitch, who ends up not needing it. But triple kill for the Twitch. The Zillion is insane value this game. I am the carry, not if you're playing Zillion mid. If the team's relying on you to carry and you're playing Zillion mid, something has gone very, very wrong. IQ and objective, uh-oh. Right? And that's going to be Baron going on over to PPP, and they're in a great spot to close out this game. They got potential Dragon Soul coming as well. Ocean. I think if PPP gets Ocean Soul, this game is 100% over. There's no way they can kill these IQ comps through Ocean Soul. There's no way. So I think all they got to do is just not do anything really dumb in the next 3.5 minutes. Your Ocean Soul, and the game is theirs. But this has been over for the past 10 minutes. You might be right. I did say that this game gets way harder if the Cassiopeia really gets going, and that did not happen. In fact, quite the opposite of that happened. The Cassiopeia is down 7,000 gold, which is a little bit behind. And Muffin Man go ahead and get engaged on here. Great W here, but you have to actually activate it, or you don't get the health back. I guess it didn't matter. He would have died either way because he didn't have ulti. But they did blow a lot to kill Muffin Man here, so now I think they're going to go ahead and look for a fight here anyway. Fight's breaking out. Xerath's going to try to ulti him, but Pyroan able to burst through the Neferi, and now the fight's going to go in here on Nasus, who is isolated from his team, which is exactly what you want to do against a Nasus. Whenever you have a Nasus to deal with, you want to keep him away from his team so you can focus him alone. If he's able to frontline for his team and they help him out, it's way harder, but Yeah. Blowing a lot of big cooldowns to kill Muff, man. Definitely not worth it. And he finally does have the Warmogs. Passive online, God bless. Vermilion, I'm going to tell you right now, if PPP does go on to win this game, I'm going to come down and spam 98% in the playoff prediction chat. Just letting you know. Dive coming in here in the mid lane. Cassiopeia is going to go down. Probably should finish this tower. Yeah, please finish the tower. And then, Twitch is going to go ahead and finish off Cassiopeia on the backline, and that should be game here. Bro doesn't understand percentages. I understand it completely. That 98% chance was based on the idea that IQ is like near unbeatable. But they've looked plenty fucking unbeatable these last 2 weeks. That's all I'm saying. And huge win here for PPP. Oh my goodness, coming in and knocking off the #1 seed. Honestly, in rather convincing fashion. I think they could have won. They wouldn't lose more than you. All I'm saying is, if we win our final game, we're the #1 seed ahead of them. That's all I'm saying. So, besides, I said I'm going to do it. So let me go to the chat here real quick. Where the fuck is it? Oh my god, here we go. Yes, I'm very petty. I don't give a fuck. I'll do that after I end the stream. Anyway, very well played the PPP here. Game 1 kind of slipped away from them, but Game 2 and Game 3, they came back and won in very convincing fashion. Both games. So, yeah, well played to them. And tough one here for IQ. Looking kind of tough for them. Looking pretty vulnerable here at the moment. Going into the playoffs. So, yeah, I guess we'll see. This will be a very interesting playoffs here, I think. But yeah, congratulations to PPP pulling off the big upset. And I think Trevor said he's going to stream tonight, or he said something about that. I'll stream tonight. I don't know what exactly he's planning to stream, but I guess he's planning to stream something. So I guess we'll find out. But yeah, that'll be it for me tonight. And look forward to whatever it is that. Oh my god, I'm too tired. Whatever Trevor is streaming. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Bye bye.